Rikailo orkormanasi disyokaradaye. So I will invite you now to breathe. Start to gently close your eyes when you're ready and sit back into a beautiful, peaceful space where you know that you're in a safe space with your Lemurian sisters held across the world. And as you're breathing, just to visualize a beautiful energy coming down and touching the crown of your head and gently flowing down through your body. And as you feel this energy or see this energy, imagine it and visualize it moving up and down your body, moving through and awakening all your energy centers with light and love. And as you continue to softly and gently breathe, allow your tummy to soften, your mind to quieten, your heart to open even further, and your heart to be full. And allow your soul to breathe, knowing it is now connecting to the deep and ancient part of you, the very wise part of you, which is the Lemurian you. And as we breathe this light through our bodies, remember it is always flowing through us from the crown of our heads, down through our physical bodies, out through our feet, and down into the center of Gaia. And this energy flows into the crystalline grid and is available to all sentient beings of Gaia. We are now more than ever before energetically connected to our planet. We are always connected to divine source. We are celestial beings. We are beings of light. While we're in our physical bodies, here we anchor this divine consciousness in this dimension and this reality. We are a bridge of consciousness between physical and non-physical, between spirit and matter. And now if you take a deep breath with me, and so now, in the sacred portal and chalice of our divine feminine hearts, we call upon the divine creator source, the beloved I am, the all that is. And we welcome this divine energy in all its most benevolent forms and expressions. Expressions of divine love, light and truth. And so we call upon the Mother Goddess, Mother Gaia, divine angels, archangels, the Elohim, the elements, the elementals. And we're so grateful for the blessings, the knowledge, and the compassion we receive, and that is given to us, and the wisdom that is given to us by the ancient ones. the Ascended Masters. We acknowledge the spiritual shaman, our star families, our Pleiadian star mothers, our Lemurian guide selves, and our beloved whales, the whale unity heart, who have encouraged this meeting today so they can guide us very, very deeply. I welcome my divine team today and all the beings of light that work with the beloved goddesses who have joined me here on this call. And we ask that you please hold this sacred space safe while we do this work and we transcend time. And I willingly and joyfully will step aside to be a clear channel for these words of love and this healing. And I call forth the ancient and wise Lemurian souls of all goddesses here who are here and joining this sacred circle today. And so it is. And I would like to say now that the goddess in me sees and honors the goddess in you, as the goddess in you sees and honors the goddess in me. And when I am in that space in me and you are in that space in you, there is only one of us. And healing begins and peace on earth begins. Namaste. So, dear beautiful goddesses, I can feel the energy building in my chest very, very strongly now. I ask that you remain in your hearts, asking your mind to take a back seat and allow your heart, your Lemurian soul, to connect with all the goddesses on this call whose Lemurian souls have called you here today. Just soften and gently breathe and allow these filaments of light to come and flow through you. And we will be guided by the whales. I don't know where today. It's been a real exercise in trust. And I believe that trust is the theme of the meditation. So we will see. La kaidi say o haide manai o kola lana ise haige ilana manai shori ya lari simo koro no manatsi paide alana maye koro no nakaye palana na ye kiraye holo no mai hiala na ya kala na ye. That felt like a calling, a calling, like a sounding through the conch shell, like what we would sing to call the goddesses into circle. And now we're all here. Allow your hands to just be resting out in front of you, or if you feel more comfortable, one on your heart space and perhaps one between your base and your sacral, down just below your belly button. Halilu no korobosi hidi shaila lo monoka isea laida shuka de se by the ikadana e shedusio mira ailo ochar ili mene esi de yana ikidere side la koro koro du si de pedasai te katoro kolo la mana ise kite de zedidi te kolo kodo to soto shoto to soto to ta shi nakaile se na mono or. So what they're guiding us through now is that there are very deep lessons. Deep lessons, they're saying we're in school now. So in school, but this is a lesson that is multidimensional, meaning that we have all been together physically before. We're all, maybe not all of us all at one time, but we're all together now, and we're coming together to sort of stack those lessons that we each learnt in Lemuria when we were in school, learning what we learn, learning to be a priestess, learning to be a goddess. So it is a resurfacing of the knowledge that we learned then. And what we're finding is this is a celebration of the goddesses coming together in unity. They call themselves the Whale Unity Heart, and they have given the name of this language being the language of Lemurian unity. So in unity we come back together now, and they love it, but they're asking us to remember each our own lesson, which I believe is linked to exactly what we're doing in this life now. And whatever that lesson is, we're bringing it in to share it with this goddess community. So we don't know how that's going to look just yet, but let's see how this unfolds and how the next gathering unfolds. But let's see where they take us. Let's see where they take us now. So as we are waiting for them to take us on our deep dive in trust and full love, we have full trust for them and love for them as they have compassion and love for us, and they trust us. We allow the awakening of a deep truth within us, and we trust that wherever each of us go today, it is right for our soul. And we know that we've been guided here to receive something that we are open to receiving. And no matter what that is today, it is perfect for where we are right now. And if you just take a deep breath into that knowing, just breathing deeply, and allow these filaments of light to come through this language and meet the membranes of each of your cells exactly where it needs to be, exactly where the light needs to go. Kikarane disike dasa o kolo mono ishe dasa gete tikana mana uhalalin ikite sho halalani ikadasai koro bokola si desi. Just keep breathing and allow that to flow through. I'm being guided that there'll be some more language now before we go into the meditation, because there's goddesses here who haven't met before. Our souls know each other, and it's a linkage that's happening. So as these lights are linking into each of your cells, there's a linking of our souls that hasn't occurred before in this way. So we're allowing that to happen. So breathe and allow the opening of your hearts to the whales, to the Lemurian goddesses who are here, and the Lemurian souls that have led you here today. Milana kai shula la la ne si de sikita kara I de mai yolo kidida da side mi kola la nani katara de si de kapadai yo koro do si de mi kai shula kor shila kai le mana kai si yoro kara kara ile kari si des milana na ishi nana ishi kai nana ishi kai de ni ai o kola nani I mi ai lai o ho sai nani I ni kai I de more la na I. And they're just gently encircling us in this beautiful circle of bubbles, le ai silver bubbles, lai ni na nai mai loro si. So it's as if we are already in the water with these beautiful, our beloved whales. So while they are wrapping us in these bubbles of silver, very, very gently, imagine yourselves in the water, standing on the sand in the water, where the water is getting deeper. It's about chest height now, and we're being led into the water by these beautiful and our beloved whales, knowing that we are safe with them, knowing that we are safe in the water, we are warm in the water. We have our sisters with us there in the water as we step in and off the sand and into these warm waters of Lemuria. As you push off the sand, it's one gentle push and a glide, and we're already in very, very deep water. And this was special about the cove where we did our sacred work. We could commune with the whales there because they came very close to shore without touching the sand. It was very, very deep for them, enough water there so that they could become very close to us very easily. So this was a very special place. And as we all are here holding each other's hands and floating and just gently treading water so effortlessly, this one mother whale is surrounding us with her silver bubbles. And as we are protected by this circle of bubbles around the outside of our circle, it also forms a natural buoyancy for us to stay there and just hang there in the water, knowing that she's close by. And now, as we gently lie on our tummies, we feel the vibration of her. We can't really see her very clearly, but we know she is there. We feel her vibration, we feel her love as she entrains us into her energy field. She is like an ascended master. She is an archangel. She shares DNA with us as she is one of the ancients who were seeded by the Pleiadian star mothers. And she is placed here for us to guide our awakening and our growth, so that we may pass on these higher consciousness truths to others in our family, in the sisterhood that we look after, to the civilization that we stand and hold in our hearts and take care of emotionally and spiritually, so that our people remain connected, our people know how to listen and feel. And as we are in the water with this beloved whale, she just hovers below us, and we know that she's there. We can feel her. We know when she comes up for breath, we can hear her. And the bubbles she has set hold us in her awareness. And as we pop our heads up to breathe and then pop our faces back into the water, we can smell her. And we feel the vibration through our bodies of sitting with a master. And knowing that we are being imbued with a lesson that we know not yet what it is. That we will bring back to the shores when we return, and we will allow that to unravel. But right now, we are held in the loving embrace of the mother whale. And she asks that we follow her. And knowing that you are safely held by the waters of Lemuria, and that you are a mermaid, you're a water woman, you can breathe underwater, you're safe. You can safely take a dive, and one by one, we hold each other's gown and we dive down. And in a chain, a long linked chain, perfectly linked, perfectly strong, safe and secure, we dive down with this whale, led by your priestess, down to where she rests. And as she rests on the floor of the ocean and invites us to join her, she is emitting a heartbeat that is so strong that the pulse of this beautiful whale we can feel as it emanates from her. It ripples through our bodies like a drum beat. And we feel the warmth of her heart. And we feel the connection with her heart. And as we feel this pulse, this rhythmic, gentle pulse through our body, we can hear and we know that she is calling in a mate to join her today. And as we wait gently and quietly, knowing that we have to sit and join our heartbeat to hers for the synchronistic heartbeats to occur, we practice breathing with her so our hearts can sink and we feel another joining us who comes with a song. And as he sings, that crystalline wave, very strong through our bodies, connects with the mother whale's heart, connects with our heart, and ignites a light within our cells like we've never felt before. It is the sacred union of the masculine and the feminine right here with us and within us. And as the masculine and the feminine unite in front of us, we are knowing that it needs to be, it must be in perfect union within ourselves for us to be able to stand in our divine feminine power as the priestesses and goddesses that we are. And we allow this song of this whale, and we feel it, and we allow it. And we are acknowledging what is happening. We don't know yet the lesson, but we know that the union. And as we sit there on the ocean floor, hearing this sound, it's a sonic boom actually. Normally not something we could be so close to, but they know why we're here. And this whale tempers that sound. And we hold hands with each other now in circle on the ocean floor. And as he sings, the electricity, the crystalline energies flow through each one of us here in this circle. You're and our gifts are to be shared, and we don't know yet what they are. Some might be beginning to have an awareness, and we make the decision to share our gifts, because in unity, what we receive for one, we receive for all. And we don't hold anything in. There is something special here for everybody. There is enough gifts to go around. There always has been, there always will be. Each one of our Lemurian souls has something very, very special to offer. And as we share with an open heart with our sisters here today, as we hold hands and allow that energy to ripple through our circle in a clockwise motion from the right to the left, we know that the more we share, the more we receive, the more energy we allow to pass from us to our goddess sisters, the more we receive from our goddess sisters. And the blend is occurring. And as this energy ripples through our circle and around our circle, the mother whale begins to gently envelop us, swimming around the outside with the masculine, with the male whale. They are circling us in their loving spiral. Mikhail shell aile dinini shell el shell el I nini sikai I shell el. And as they spiral around, we gently lift off the ocean floor. And as the mother whale swims up, she takes the first one of us, lifting us up, up, up. And the male whale remains on the bottom, making sure that we lift safely in our spiral, and our spiral elongates as we're all holding hands, and we become the DNA spiral through the ocean, leading from the bottom to the top, from the floor to the surface, effortlessly raised in the spiral current and the vibration of the whales. We're rising so gently, gently to the top. And as we continue, some of us have our heads above the water, and we wait for the other sisters to join us as the DNA spiral continues to unravel while we wait. And as we're all at the top now, she's swimming around us. The male has gone, and she surrounds us once again in her silver bubbles. And as we bob there holding hands, held aloft by these circle of bubbles, looking into each other's eyes, not really able to speak, not knowing what has just happened, having no words yet, but we know we will. We look at her as she swims away, and with one last wave of her tail, she pushes her tail towards us. That helps us to float to shore. And as we each gently glide to the sand, gliding, and 3 more strokes and we're there. 3 more gentle kicks. 2 more. Last kick. And we've arrived back, and we can feel the sand beneath our feet. We are on the land of Lemuria now. And we each walk back to take our place on the sand in our sacred space, in our sacred circle. And as we gently come back into this space today, by taking a deep breath, you can keep your eyes closed, just come back and know that as we will share in our Lemurian sacred space on the shores of Lemuria, we need to integrate the lesson that each of us received from the whales today, trusting that it is right and it is time for us to have received whatever it was we received. And we know that there will come a time when we can share that with our sisters here on this very special call, where the goddesses have been united. Again, Lemurian goddesses coming together in unity consciousness. And when you're ready to come back to our circle, take a deep breath, have a stretch. Rikailo or kormanasi desyokaradai.